to sit here and watch her in shoot-around today and just watch how she connects and teaches and leads, it was an absolute treat for me.
We have a sold-out Sanford Pentagon, better than 3,250 here. And we are underway. Nebraska and South Dakota both wearing throwback uniforms. Cream color for Nebraska, red for South Dakota. Nebraska leads this all-time series 10-1. They last met in 2013 when Amy Williams was the head coach at USD. It was an 87-53 win for the Huskers. Deep shot right away, rattles in for Logan Nisley.
Both these teams did an excellent job of scouting one another. Nebraska knew that South Dakota would come out in a zone, which is exactly what they did, but they still went inside, which is what I love.
And then on the other end, Nebraska, the press, they've emphasized that a lot more early this season, and it already forces a USD turnover.
We talked about scouting, and South Dakota knew that Nebraska would press them early, and they worked on it. And they didn't look like it in that last possession, but they did spend a lot of time on their press offense today.
Here is Britt Prince from the elbow. 5 quick points for the Huskers.
But Nebraska, Amy Williams has not pressed this much since she's been the head coach at Nebraska. But she has the depth and the athleticism to do it for the first time in 9 years.
Grace Larkin's able to bring it into the front court for the Coyotes. High rainbow shot just off the mark from Adara Groman. Fight for the loose ball ends up in the hands of Alberti Rimdahl. Prince behind the back working against Olivia Kiefer. Scoop and score.
That's a glimpse of that athleticism that we were talking about earlier. Britt Prince, she was an absolute stud in high school, and it was a big get for Nebraska when she chose to stay at home.
Watch this move by Prince.
Well, she's just an all-around athlete. She's a great track athlete. She can get you 24 points, but she can also get you an 11 assists.
Here is Larkins. First shot goes in for Grace Larkins, and USD needed that. Inside to Markowski, the kick out Prince. Corner 3 rattles in.
If this is going to be a three-point shootout, then I'm here for it, David. We can do this all night.
13 total points in less than 2 minutes. Alexi Hempy, top of the key, splashes home a triple.
That's what I want to see from players not named Grace Larkins if in a South Dakota uniform.
Alexi Hempy, a 6th-year senior for USD, said she worked on her outside shot in the offseason. It paid off there. Nisley off on that triple, rebound from Carly Duffney.
And right now, this pace favors South Dakota.
Doesn't allow Nebraska to get in their press defense.
Absolutely. South Dakota, they want to take quicker shots. They don't want to give a chance for the Cornhuskers to get set up in the quarter court.
Here's Hempy driving toward the middle, stops at the foul line and hits.
She's smart, David. She's experienced. She's an older player. She understands spacing, and she does an excellent job of taking what the defense gives.
Straight on 3 rattles in for Natalie Potts. And that came off a triple team of Alexis Markowski.
Well, Natalie Potts came into this game, even though she's a post player, she came into this game shooting about 67% from behind the arc.
Hempy is hot.
Stay hot, Alexi, stay hot.
Prince will just fire. Can't connect on that one. Rebound Larkins.
Not a fan of that shot. I prefer when the shots come more in the flow of the offense.
Larkins, the dribble drive. Pass was just a bit wide. Duffney able to corral it. Hempy being hounded by Markowski up top.
And Hempy wanted to pull it, but Markowski did a great job of closing out quick.
Great drive by Carly Duffney. We're tied at 13. Markowski, nice move inside, but she can't get it to go. Rebound tap to Larkins. Larkins stops and connects. USD with the lead for the first time.
Grace got away with a little push-off right there.
It's not a foul if they don't call it.
That's right.
Rimdahl on the drive, back out. Callan Hake will fire. Rebound by Potts inside. And Potts will go to the line. Potts, the Big Ten Freshman of the Year last season, as voted on by the coaches. Rattles in the first. Another inside-outside player. A lot of versatility for this Husker squad.
Oh, and she came in ready for college. She played for Incarnate Word High School and Dan Rothfuss, one of the top girls' high school programs in the Midwest. She started from day one as a Cornhusker.
Here's Larkins being guarded by Allison Widener. The kick out, Duffney with a corner three. Just off, rebound by Jessica Petrie. Petrie straight on three. Loose ball, rebounded by Potts, gets another opportunity and puts it home. There's the sides of Natalie Potts.
This is the balance that made the Huskers so dangerous last year. They shot a lot of threes, they shot it at a high clip, but they also were one of the best rebounding team in the Big Ten.
Nice cut by Olivia Kiefer. And she will get a chance to go to the line.
Nebraska, they're about 78 possessions per game compared to Nebraska's 71, but physicality, it's overwhelming to South Dakota. So you want to try to score quick and early.
So far, so good after that initial minute. Kiefer goes 1 for 2 at the line. It's 1 point lead for Nebraska. Widener getting a screen from Potts. Trying to work inside against Duffney. Got cut off. Potts on the drive, the scoop, and the finish.
Exactly what this coaching staff prepped their players for earlier today.
Empty. They're leaving her open. Hasn't made him pay after that first hit.
The coach in me gets so excited when I see players execute what they've been taught and stick to the game plan.
Potts in transition with a triple.
And that's Natalie Potts' game plan. Like I said, 67% from behind the arc coming into this game. South Dakota's got to do a better job of picking her up early in transition.
Potts up to a game-high 12 points now as Kiefer is off on the corner three for South Dakota. Now it's the Huskers in transition. Reaching foul down low on South Dakota.
Do you feel all of a sudden like you're calling a hockey game, David?
A little bit. I've called a lot of hockey games here in town, and this is certainly feeling like one.
That was an entire shift change.
They were going to leave Potts in there because they thought it was a shooting foul. When they realized it wasn't, they got Markowski back in. There she gets it on the block. Couldn't finish, though. But we're going to have a loose ball foul on South Dakota.
So she's used to playing through contact.
Also up for the Wooden Award, the Lisa Leslie Center of the Year Award. She is certainly one of the most accomplished players in Husker history.
Well, she shoots 67% at the rim.
Duffney working inside. Still end up going to the line. Duffney averaging 14 and almost 7 boards a game here early in this season. Besides Grace Larkins through these first 3 games for USD. Under a minute to go here in a fast and furious opening quarter. Almost a square team around Markowski, and Kendall Moriarty is the beneficiary.
That was textbook offense. Throw it inside to the big girl. She's triple teamed. She does an excellent job of kicking it out, and then the extra pass that leads to the 3.
Largest lead thus far for Nebraska here at 9. Duffney on the cut, too strong with the left hand.
She anticipated getting fouled. She tried to finish through contact and overcompensated.
Shot clock is off here with 15 seconds remaining. Britt Prince will set up the offense. Working off a screen, the crossover, the drive, and the finish. What an excellent first quarter for the Nebraska Cornhuskers.
Making moves like she made to end this quarter. An excellent job by Amy Williams and her staff of identifying, recruiting, and then developing the talent once she gets them.
Prince, the Nebraska Gatorade Player of the Year the past 2 years of her high school career. Markowski for 3. Little splash down from Alexis.
As if on cue, Alexis Markowski's making me look good. I talked about developing the players once you get here. Alexis Markowski could not do that as a freshman. So it's been fun to watch her gain really grow and develop the last 4 years.
Nebraska has 6 3-pointers, 18 points from downtown alone. South Dakota has 18 points total. Larkins, the spin inside. She's good with that offhand.
And coaching staff for Nebraska is going to be upset with that if that happens again, because they spent a lot of time of going chest to chest on Grace Larkins and not allowing her to free up for that step move.
Kendall Moriarty on the drive, got the step. And she'll get the blocking foul as well on South Dakota. Hit the first, started 17 games last season, including the last 13 in their NCAA tournament run. Amy Williams' squad advancing to the second round of the Big Dance for the first time in a decade. There's Larkins at the top of the key, thought about the three and pulled back. Shot clock down to 5 for Larkins. Kick out, keeper, deep three. Missed everything.
Much better job defending Larkins on that last possession. That's what Nebraska worked on today.
Markowski. Talk about her post game. It's her outside game that's shining right now.
Well, she came into this game shooting about 50% from the three.
Another three off drum keeper. South Dakota has gone cold from distance. Meanwhile, Nebraska, 7 of 12 from the outside. Skip pass to Prince.
No hesitation. No hesitation at all. It's the league that she's been able to get better in. And as she's gotten better, Nebraska has gotten better.
Larkins just being pounded inside, had her shot blocked a couple times. From the outside, she finally connects. A much-needed basket for South Dakota. Up to 7 now. Prince on the drive.
South Dakota hasn't had an answer for Britt Prince's ability to get to the rim. I mean, she's so athletic. She's got hang time.
Larkins being guarded by Prince. Hempy, a little too strong on that corner three. Huskers in transition. Here's Alberti Rindal, transfer from Florida. Widener working off a Markowski screen. Down low, Markowski. Just a simple spin into the lane.
She's just poised. She takes her time, Alexis Markowski. A double team didn't come on that possession. She recognized it quickly and just went up and scored.
Look at the shooting numbers. Nebraska shooting 65% from the field, and that will add to it from Alberti Rindal. Being guarded by Markowski. Larkins splashes it in again. She's had to be their main source of offense. Rindal, transition three, you bet. That's what she was known for at Florida. Career 34% shooter in 70-plus starts for the Gators. Larkins was open underneath. She'll get a chance at a three-point play.
You want to take advantage of that matchup. Get Huskers in foul trouble and then score with no time running off the clock.
Larkins up to 16 points now. To lead all scorers. Amaya Hargrove, her first shot splashes home.
Just something about these Husker bigs that can really stretch the D, shoot the ball. It's just where the game is going now.
They nearly got the seal, and I believe we're going to have a loose ball foul. Higgs stumbling into the first row here. Widener working inside. Widener. Everyone's hitting from deep.
And that's her first three of the season. I mean, but three-point shooting is contagious.
Larkins down low, the kick out. Three goes in and out for Addison close to board.
That last possession, South Dakota didn't have anyone going to the offensive glass.
That one in and out from Petra Bojan off the bench.
Another big coming in, shooting threes.
The positional versatility, as you mentioned, should be just off the charts for Nebraska. As Carol Mason with a nice drive inside for USD.
And that was Bojan's, actually, David, that was her first. And creating opportunities for open shots on the perimeter.
You would think with as many threes as they shot, might want to work that post game a little bit more and create even more space.
Well, you think about how many threes that they got off of her kickouts from the double and triple teams that she was demanding. She will find the shooters. Play through her.
Under a minute to go here in this second quarter. Potts got it back inside. The spin in the lane and the hit.
And that time they didn't necessarily play through Alexis. They inverted it, but they went inside.
Larkins spinning with the left hand again. Rebound Markowski. Nebraska can hold for the final shot. Final 10 seconds here of the second quarter. Prince had that one partially blocked. Here comes Larkins in transition. Had it poked away by Prince. Inside, got it off and put it home.
That was a tough shot by Britt Prince, who took a contested three instead of just turning the corner and getting to the rim.
Getting kids into their program that can compete in what has become an even more loaded conference.
From top to bottom, this is the best league in the country for women's basketball. And I don't even understand how you could possibly argue with that.
And that was before adding USC and UCLA this season.
Right.
We are underway here in the third quarter. Britt Prince with the steal as USC tried to go inside to Larkins. Larkins coming right back and comes right to us. Here is Britt Prince from the wing. Put off a screen from Potts. Good high-low action to Natalie Potts.
That's that pick and roll that I want to see. He's got to come into a 2-foot jump stop. Just go off 2 feet, finish through contact.
Kiefer with the crossover on Nisley. Nice move inside by Kiefer, but she cannot finish. Potts with a full head of steam. Potts with a team-high 18 now for Nebraska, as the lead has expanded to 30-plus. Kiefer driving baseline with the spin. Got hacked by Nisley. Kiefer rattles in the first. 5'10" sophomore from Rapid City, South Dakota. Another one of those pieces South Dakota's hoping develops a little bit more in her sophomore campaign. Nisley. Yes, ma'am.
Makes Nebraska so hard to play against is because they'll take it to you. They'll shoot the three or they'll go inside and then they'll turn around and put a press on you.
Coming right back, Carly Duffy with a three for South Dakota.
They have excellent footwork.
Good cut in the reverse from Britt Prince.
And when you're as athletic as Britt Prince, you don't need excellent footwork. You can just rise up and score.
Prince up to 16 points now. Hempy splashes into corner three. That's what she was doing a few quarters ago. Hempy now in double figures with 11. Another high low to Potts.
Hello. Pick and roll.
Same action, just the other side. high. Rainbow three goes in for Adara Groman. Bit of an underrated story in that first half. She picked up 2 quick fouls, only played 4.5 minutes.
Yeah, you pointed that out, that the momentum really shifted when she came on the game. And when you have as short of a rotation as South Dakota does, every player plays an important role in that, and it matters when you're losing one of those key players for significant minutes.
Groman, the transfer from New Hampshire. Kiefer in the corner for three. Too strong. Here comes Rundell leading the possession. Inside, Potts again. She'll have a chance to go to the line.
Being down by 30 points in a game, but right now this is a process, and for the success that South Dakota's had over the years with what Coach Amy and her staff are trying to do this year. She's inherited an entirely different team, and she's building it up her way, and it is. It sounds cliche, but David, it is a process.
And leaning on veterans like Grace Larkins has helped aid that process. Coach Amy, talking about the first meeting with the team, said they were very inquisitive, asked a lot of questions, and she was reassured because it showed that they cared about everything. Here's one of those freshmen, Gabby Wilkie, inside. Her third head coach. They were recruited by Dawn Klitzewhite, who of course is now at Minnesota. Played for her, played for Kayla Karius, now for Coach Amy. But Grace Larkins, we asked her about it preseason at Summer League Media Day as Kendall Moriarty makes a nice move to the hole. And she said, part of my job as a leader is to be adaptable. And with 3 different head coaches, I'd say she's done that.
And that will be her legacy. And in this age of transfer portal, which I have no problem with the portal, I actually think it's great. I support it. But in this age, when everyone is leaving as soon as they have an opportunity to, and she stayed, as you see that nice and one right there.
Larkins got the continuation. Cannot complete the three-point play, however. The lead is 31 for Nebraska. Jessica Petrie working inside, and it poked away by Wilkie. It will stay with the Huskers.
Still getting after it. They're still very connected, and those are all good signs.
Here's Callan Hake. Skip it over, Moriarty. Moriarty has been excellent off the bench tonight, but as you mentioned this season, Shimmy, trying to weave in some of the veterans and some new players. It may take some time, but they have the talent to do it.
Well, and let's not forget, their losses have been very close. I mean, they're 4 possessions away from coming into this game 3-0.
Absolutely they are, as that miss from Wilkie goes the other way for Nebraska. Potts on the drive, had it stripped away by Larkins. Grace Larkins in transition, stops, pops, and connects.
She really does do it all.
She had a South Dakota team record, 31 shot attempts in their loss in overtime to Loyola Marymount the other day. She's putting up close to 20 shots again here this evening. 22 points for Larkins as Moriarty is off inside.
And she still has the energy to come over and try and take a charge on the defensive end.
There's Groman. Out to Wilkie. Under a minute to go here in the third quarter. All Nebraska. Groman turns around in the lane.
I like the life and the energy and the fight that South Dakota is playing with right now, and that's part of your culture. When you can be down by 30 and still play as hard as they're playing, that's your culture.
Alberti Rimdahl hits from the elbow. Rimdahl, another nice addition for this Nebraska squad. I mentioned she's a transfer from Florida, really good shooter. Just another piece of that versatility that Amy Williams is looking for. Every
year that Amy Williams has been at Nebraska, she has managed to bring in 1 or 2 key pieces, a grad transfer or an older player from the portal.
About a 2.5-second different shot clock and game clock as Larkins is fouled by Moriarty.
See it improve and improve quickly. It's right here at the free throw line. Came into this game shooting about 60%, where they ended up going into overtime and losing. But
well, she went 2 for 2, so you avoided the announcer's jinx there.
Do you believe in that?
When it happens, I do. Final seconds, Britt Prince. Absolutely pure on the step back. And Nebraska ends this third quarter with a 32-point lead.
This is awesome that this program, that the coaches in this program have been able to do well enough that it's catapulted them to, other jobs, other higher profile jobs. But on the other hand, if you're a fan base and you're the administration, you don't want to keep losing your good coaches every few years when bigger schools come calling.
Britt Prince with an and one opportunity. Prince completes the 3 points.
I mentioned that we might be looking at a candidate for 2025 Big Ten Freshman of the Year, and I meant it. It's a starting point guard. She can get you 24 points, but she can also get you an 11 assists. When she figures out the defensive component of the game.
And this is something Amy Williams was discussing with us at morning shoot-around, that she's self-aware to know that defense still needs work. But she's also confident enough in herself and able to laugh at herself for any mistakes she makes. No mistaking there as Logan Disley hits from downtown. Larkins gets the rattle to go.
In Nebraska, they've taken off their press and their pressure. Even after makes, they still like to pick, or after misses, they still like to pick up full court. And I haven't seen that the last few possessions. If South Dakota keeps scoring like this, though, don't be surprised if Amy Williams starts pressing again.
The all-time record for threes in the game for Nebraska is 17. So 2 more ties it, 3 more achieves it.
I'm down for a record-breaking performance tonight.
I think most of the sold-out crowd would also appreciate that.
The game tonight, and they said they couldn't get tickets.
This game was sold out earlier this week.
Yeah, they're going to the men's game tomorrow, but couldn't get tickets tonight.
Duffney inside, hoop in the harm.
Britt Prince is as talented as the freshman is, where she will grow. She's so used to just being able to rise up and block shots, and she's learning you can't do that at this level.
Up to 10 points now for Duffney, so that's 9 straight games in double figures for Carly Duffney. Kendall Coley rattles it in. That is the 9th different Husker to hit an outside shot tonight.
These fans in here have no idea that we're on the precipice of something special. One more 3.
I think some diehard fans might know we're on the precipice. And if not, they'll hear it from us. Hempy rattles in a triple on the other side. It's been a nice game for Alexi Hempy. A little cold in the middle part, but she's starting to heat up again here in the second half. Prince on the drive with the scoop. Great move, great finish.
Her pace. That's what impresses me the most about her as a freshman. A lot of times freshmen come in, they don't understand how to play with pace. She does.
Grace Larkins, another nice move inside. She's up to a game-high 28 points.
She's on pace to break her career high that she set in the last game against LMU at 29.
Markowski inside. Iowa versus Kansas women, Iowa versus Utah men in late December before the Christmas season.
It's just a wonderful venue. This is my first time here. It's a lot of fun just walking through the building, seeing all the history, all the placards that are around, the murals on the wall. You've got great women's basketball players, Cheryl Miller, Lindsay Whalen, Diana Taurasi on the walls in the tunnel. It's pretty cool.
A lot of pride here in the local Sioux Falls community for this building as Coley hits another 3. Nebraska has now tied a team record 17 threes in a game.
And no better person to do that than Kendall Coley, someone who's been in this program for so many years.
Hempy off on that one. Rebound to Hake. Hargrove for the record. You bet!
That freshman has no idea what she just did.
18 threes for Nebraska. A record for a single game. Foul inside on Moriarty.
This entire program, but especially Bridget's family, her husband and her 4 young children.
We resume play here with about 4 minutes to go. Gabby Wilkie short on that jumper. Should note that number 32 for South Dakota, Ruthie Loomis Girdle, making her collegiate debut, number 32 in the post in red, as Kendall Coley keeps adding to the Nebraska record 3. Speaking of 32, Nebraska's number 32 doing all right for herself. That it is.
Either blue or red, David.
It will certainly be packed in Omaha next Friday, as it is packed here this evening. Nice move by Olivia Kiefer on the baseline.
I'm actually very excited to see Ruthie Loomis Girdle.
Mentioned her a bit earlier. She's a transfer from Colorado, redshirted last season. A 4-star recruit as that pass goes sailing out of bounds.
Big Ten season didn't start until late December or right after New Year's, but now with all of these teams in the conference, you have to start conference play a few weeks earlier.
So lead is 44 for Nebraska. Caden able to hit and has battled some injuries, only 10 games each of the last 2 seasons. Goes 1 of 2 at the line. Bojan on the board for Nebraska. Final 2 minutes here from the Sanford Pentagon as USD shows a zone look.
They started the game in a zone, and then Nebraska shot them right out of it. And now they're bringing it back out.
Shot clock down to 5. Coley. How about Kendall Coley?
The smile on Kendall Coley's face, it says it all. It says far more than I could ever say right now. So happy for her.
She has a career high, 15 points. Loomis Girdle gets fouled. So we have 3 different players with career highs for Nebraska, and Natalie Potts tied a career high with 22 points.
Kendall Coley came into this game averaging 5 minutes and 1 point. What a wonderful way to reward someone who has meant so much to this program.
First career point for Ruthie Loomis Girdle. Gets a nice hand from the Coyote bench and the throng of Coyote supporters. 1 of 2 at the line.
We asked Coach Amy about Ruthie, and she just talked about the learning curve. There is I don't care how many stars you have, there's no such thing as stars once you get to college. Rankings don't mean anything, and a lot of times freshmen, they have a learning curve, but you can see right there, that's a great rebound that she just went up and just...
But as you said, when we talked to Coach Carrie Amy, the learning curve sometimes is steeper a little bit. People forget she didn't play at all last season, even though she was in the Colorado program.
And there is a big adjustment from high school to college. We talked earlier with Britt Prince and the pace that she plays with that so well. But I look at Ruthie and I see her physique, I see her size, and she definitely has a Division I body.
Final minute here from Sioux Falls.
I have to laugh right now because Kendall Coley just cut so hard through that zone, like she wants another one.
113-67. Top 5 scoring output in Nebraska history.
We put up a lot of points when I was coaching with Connie Yori at Nebraska. But we never put up 113, I'll tell you that right now.
Corner 3 is in from Coral Mason. Dallin Hake will just dribble out the clock. Nebraska had 21 two-point field goals and a school record 20 three-point field goals. It's a final 113-70. Nebraska with a dominating win. They improve to 4-0, while South Dakota falls to 0-4.
Nebraska is worthy of the rankings that they're currently sitting at right now.